As it's a new year and you guys know that I am a makeup girly through and through, and I actually went through every single one of my makeup looks that I did last year, and I did a lot. Noted down products that I use quite frequently, and I want to show you all of my 2025 favourites. I've done this quite strategically, so I've gone through literally every single step of my routine and just gathered a little pile of products. So if you feel like there was a certain part in my makeup routine where you think, right, I want some new favourites from foundation, go to that section. So grab your favourite beverage, whether it's the morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever, because this may be a long one. First is brows. Now, I do not have a lot of brows going on. Doesn't look like it because I can really enhance them to make them look how I wish I actually had my brows. As my brows are so thin, I can easily lay them flat and make them kind of like that laminated look. So Pink Honey is the only brand that I love to achieve that. And I have been loving their Vanilla and Rose brow glue. Now, we all know the original brow glue, the bubblegum scent, but they had a new one in Vanilla and Rose, and the smell of this is gorgeous. Exact same formula as the original, but with me, with my brows, I can just go in straight away with a spoolie. I know you're going to spray it with like a setting spray or use some water just to kind of like not lather it up, because that sounds like it's soap. Well, obviously it is soap, but not lather it up like till it's foamy. I could just go in with a spoolie instead of spraying it, just because I find it a lot easier, especially with the brows that I have. I just feel like you can't go wrong with a Pink Honey brow glue. There is nothing else that I will use. I did also love their brow fluff. Now this is probably the best brow product. I know I love like the original brow glue and stuff like that, but this texture wise is probably the best brow product they've ever had. The texture of this is a lot different compared to the original brow glues. Also ignore how it looks, obviously it's well used, but it's more kind of on the fluffy side. The scent is also marshmallow, which I absolutely love. What's great with this styling wax as well, that it's ready to use. You don't need any sort of kind of like activator spray, whatever, like I use with the original one. You can just go straight in with your spoolie. When they came out with this, I was originally thinking like, am I going to love this as much as the original brow glue? And I'd go as far as saying, if you ask me which one I prefer, I will say brow fluff. But if I'm just literally like grabbing and going, I definitely use the original brow glue. You can style your brows however you want. If you want that laminated look, if you want it more natural, more fluffy, you can do that with either of these. We're going to go on to base, which is probably my favourite part of doing makeup. Now, I'd say 2.5 years ago, primer was never a thing in my makeup routine. I just didn't see the point because I've done my skincare already. Moisturiser was the last thing, or SPF was the last step, and I was ready to go. I know Nikki Tutori says not to prime is a crime. I didn't believe that until, like I said, 2.5 years ago, and then Dull Beauty brought their very own primer out. They have rebranded, if you didn't know, and their new reformulated primer, it is literally a game changer. If you find that your makeup isn't long lasting, no matter what skin type you have, or it's combination, normal, dry, oily, whatever, please just try using a primer. Even if your makeup is lasting and you just feel like it's not going on as perfect as you want it, again, just try a primer. So this is the Dull Beauty Gripping Primer, and this is literally the best primer. I don't think I will use any other primer in my collection, and I have quite a few, but this I will always grab. Their primer is now silicone free, which is absolutely amazing. It's also got skincare ingredients in there. I feel like their complexion products are now introducing skincare ingredients in it. It's definitely more beneficial. It also smooths texture, hydrates deeply, and anchors makeup with a soft grip finish. There is aloe in there, which helps calm the skin with any redness, jojoba oil, and vitamin E. I definitely feel like gripping primers are more popular because obviously once you put it onto your skin and you let it kind of just like settle for like a couple minutes, and then you will feel that tackiness. You don't feel it like just sat here when you do apply it, but that is going to help grip your foundations and all your other products as well. This is the texture of the gripping primer. It's actually really lightweight, quite serum like as well, so it doesn't feel heavy. Obviously me showing it on my hand isn't going to show its true representation, but please just try this gripping primer out and you will notice such a huge difference, because when I didn't use a primer, my makeup wasn't looking like 100%. until I did use this. I'm very proud of how I do my base makeup, but I feel like once I introduced a primer, it made such a difference. So definitely try out a primer this year and let me know if you can tell a difference in how your makeup looked before and after. And honestly, I just think gripping primers I will never not use now. On to foundation now. I have tried a lot of foundations in my time, especially last year, and I feel like you need to be picky when it comes to foundations depending on the coverage that you want and then the finish. I do have 3 favourites of last year, and these all have kind of like different qualities, similar but they do have their differences. Not really going to go in any particular order, but the first foundation is the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Last year was actually the first year I've ever tried Estee Lauder Double Wear. Now I tried dupes for this. I think Primark used to have a dupe and it was amazing, but obviously I couldn't compare. I couldn't be like, yes, this is exactly like Estee Lauder, until I tried it. I'm not gonna lie, the Primark was a perfect dupe. But Estee Lauder is a lot different to what I've heard people say, especially in work. I feel like it's the more older generation. They tend to say to me, oh, it's very cakey, it feels very heavy. And obviously as someone who is 27 years old, talking to someone who is more mature and more older, their skin is going to be a lot different. I can understand where they're coming from for their skin at their age, but with my skin at my age, I actually don't feel like it's heavy or cakey. Also feel like this is a foundation that people will tend to wear on a night out, but I could actually wear this day to day. The coverage of this is everything that I want in a foundation. I have acne scarring and this covers them perfectly. Mine is also in the shade 3W2, which is Cashew, and yes, this matches me really well. I do have it on today. As I said, I could wear this day to day or even on the night as well. It literally doesn't matter. It has SPF 10 in it, but I do obviously wear an SPF after I've done my skincare, so the SPF in this, it doesn't really matter. I've also heard people think it oxidizes. I've not really noticed that personally, but I've just absolutely been loving wearing this last year. And the only thing I would say about this is that it doesn't come with a pump. I know you can buy it separately, but foundations that just don't come with a pump already, I can't stand. The second foundation is by House Labs, and this is their Triclone Skin Tech foundation. Okay, this is the most expensive foundation I have ever bought. I know Estee Lauder is quite pricey. I know that's like nearly £40, and I think House Labs is the same or just a little bit more. I can't remember. This is pricey, and to be fair, I'm not surprised because it is a weighty bottle. The reason I love this foundation is because yes, the coverage is great. Same with Estee Lauder. I tend to go with like a medium to full coverage foundation or just full coverage straight away. But with this one, oh my god, it covers my acne scarring perfectly, but it is like your skin but better. It gives it natural, but it gives the coverage that you want. It's so beautiful. Not 100% keen on the shade ranges. When I bought this, yes, it matched, but now I feel like it's kind of running more cool tone on me. I don't know. The shade I have is 300 medium neutral. Now, I'm not really a neutral girly. Like, I have more olive tone skin, especially when I'm tanned, and yeah, I do love it. I just feel like for some reason now it doesn't match me. I don't know. The shade before this was too light for me, and then the shade after was too orange, so I can still work with it either way. But if you're after a foundation that literally, as I said, it's your skin but better, it gives that natural look but with the coverage, oh my god, if my skin looked the way it did, how this looks, I don't even know how to describe it. So basically how this looks on my skin, I wish my skin looked like that. It makes me feel flawless, it makes me feel beautiful. I don't know what Lady Gaga did, but she did it. And the last foundation is from Fenty Beauty. This is their Soft Lit Naturally Luminous Longwear Foundation. Not entirely sure why I just gasped then, but I have tried their matte version of this and I hate it. I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely hate it. I didn't have the right shade, to be fair, but even still, like, I would prime, I'd do the same usual skincare steps, and it just looked so dry on me. So I thought I'd try the luminous version, and this literally looks so beautiful. The luminosity, even if I powder, it still comes through. I'm just obsessed with it. I can't even cope. And we all know that Fenty Beauty have the most incredible shade range, and this is the shade 300. I can't remember if it's warm or neutral, but it's just the perfect shade for me. And oh my god, this is what made me kind of like fall in love with Fenty Beauty, the more than like the complexion products. Love the coverage as well. I just, yeah, Fenty Beauty is up there with one of my favourite brands. Onto concealer now. As I've just mentioned the Fenty Beauty foundation, I think it's right that I actually mentioned the concealer as well. I think there's only 2 concealers in her makeup collection, I'm not too sure, but I have one of them, and this is the Hydrating Longwear Concealer. I have 2 shades here, so I will always buy 2 different shades of concealer, one that is just lighter than my foundation and then one just to brighten in the inner corner. The first shade is 220W and then the second shade is 175W. This concealer now, I have natural creases anyway, whether you can see them I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see them there. No matter what concealer I use, my under eyes will always crease. But when I tried this one, because it is hydrated, and yes, I powder my face like a lot, it didn't like kind of separate. You know, sometimes when like you feel like you've not powdered under your eyes properly and you can see like the powder kind of just like separating in between the creases, this does not do that. And I have tried a lot of concealers in my time. Like I said, I have natural creases, it happens anyway, so it's not really like a problem if that happens, but I did notice with this that it doesn't, and I was so happy. It's beautiful, the coverage is there. I'd say it's more kind of like medium coverage, but you can build it up. And again, the shades as well, Fenty Beauty do it right with the shades. And yeah, I also really love the applicator, different to any other applicator I've used before, so that's how it looks. It's more kind of like angled and it's just like unfocused, but yeah, hopefully you've seen what it was like. And yeah, I just really love how it applies as well. And last concealer, as I did also show the House Labs foundation, this is the matching concealer. This is the Triclone Skin Tech concealer. This is very different to the foundation. This is a lot more thicker in consistency, obviously it is going to be, but once you look at the foundation versus the concealer, it's very thick. But I actually really like that, even though like the foundation is your skin but better, even though this is a lot thicker, it still gives that same effect. Mine is in the shade 10 Light Golden. I really love a yellow undertone when it comes to my concealer. Oh, these two together obviously are so beautiful. I'd go as far as saying cream blush may be my favourite step of gym base makeup. Who remembers the days when we never used to wear blush? What was we even thinking? Wearing blush, whether it's a cream blush, powder blush, it just brings colour back to your skin. Like, yes, obviously you have the bronze to warm up your face, but blush makes such a difference. And if you don't wear blush, please let that be a step in your routine this year to introduce blush, and you will just love it. When it does come to blush, I am a pink blush girly through and through. I just love how it looks. It's kind of that baby doll effect, but I do love my corally peachy just when I want to be more natural. And my favourite cream blushes this year have been from Pink Honey. So this is their Blushing Face Frosting Full Coverage Cream Blush. I have 3 shades here. One of them I actually haven't tried yet. It was one that I recently got, but firstly I'm going to show you the pink shade. This is literally me in a blush. So this is the shade Marshmallow Melts, and like I love pink so much. It's giving Barbie. This is me in a cream blush. What I really like about these blushes is that they are pigmented but they are buildable. With cream products I will always dip in with my brush, take the excess off on the back of my hand and then apply it, and these just look so beautiful. Because they are pigmented as well, I don't feel like I have to go in with a lot of powder blush afterwards, and that's why I really like it. The shades as well, you have your pinks, you have your oranges, your reds, there's even purple. There is literally a shade to match everyone, every skin tone, and yeah, they're just stunning. The more kind of like peachy shade that I do have, it's more kind of peachy coral. It's called Coral Cream. This in the summer I love even more. It's that kind of like pop of coral, pop of peach. I like more peachy shades for like autumn, winter, but this in the summer, because it obviously is more kind of, it's not bright. You know, I feel like you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, this in the summer I have worn so much. It doesn't look like it because obviously I haven't hit pan because I am going back and forth in between shades. This is my go-to blush. Some other cream blushes that I've been loving last year as well is the H&B Cosmetics Glossy Skin Blush Tint. She has her original 10 shades which came out, I think it was 2024, and then I swear the muted shades come out last year. I really cannot remember, but the original 10 shades are more kind of like your pops of colour, your bright shades, especially for the summer. And then I'd say the muted shades are more kind of like your natural tones. Exact same formula, but obviously the shades are going to be different. So I have been loving Muted 1, which is a lot more peachy peachy. The way these just leave such a gorgeous gloss on your skin. Like, I just lightly powder blush over the top of these. In the summer, I don't tend to powder a lot because I want my skin to look dewy and kind of glowy. Yeah, give these a go in the summer. I've also been loving Muted 2, which is just slightly darker. Absolutely love these two. Oh, yeah, if you want more of kind of like a natural blush shade, definitely try the Muted shades. To be honest, H&B Cosmetics, they're more focused on complexion, which I absolutely love, and she nails it every single time. Cream bronzer now. I love to bronze. I love adding that walk back to my skin, but there wasn't much that really wowed me last year. My cream blush drawer is a lot more full than my cream bronzer. Do you know what? I had a massive sort out and there's not much in that drawer. But the cream bronzer that I've been loving, and this brand really surprised me. It's a brand that I never ever thought I would use. And it's actually number 7 now. I don't want to come across as like offensive, but I thought number 7 was more kind of like for the older generation. It's just that one brand that every time I walk into my local Boots, it's the first brand that is there and I just walk straight past. Firstly, it was just that brand I was never interested in. I didn't know what they had. I know they have like skincare as well, but I was just never interested. Until Miss Jordan Lipscomb. I mean, in Jordan Lipscomb, we trust. Anything that she tries, I will try. She's literally our Regina George. Anything that she tries, we all have to try and we will all love. And the cream bronzer is the Pro Artist Soft Glow cream bronzer now. I didn't even know they did a Pro Artist range. I feel like last year was when they started that, and it's actually really good. I can't believe I've not tried anything from like the original number 7 kind of like makeup collection, but the Pro Artist range is incredible. Massive cream bronzer. I mean, this is going to last me forever. It is actually 36 grams. Also, the shade that I use is Medium Glow. It's not the creamiest of formulas. It's kind of like if you've used the Jordana T-shirt old formula, it's kind of like that, but a bit more creamier. But I absolutely love it. It gives such a gorgeous bronze to my skin. And I definitely want a darker shade because when I tan, I go seriously dark. So this isn't going to match. But for my current skin tone at the moment with no tan, this is beautiful. And it's so affordable as well. I can't remember how much it was, but I mean, however much it was compared to like how much you get, 36 grams, that is going to last you forever. But catch me trying out more number 7. Like, I can't believe I'm finally using that brand. As already mentioned, my skin type is oily combination. No matter what makeup look I'm doing, I always have to powder. And my favourite powder of last year, and I'm so happy to have finally started to try this brand, and it is Huda Beauty. Sephora finally came to the UK. Yes, I know there was one in London, but in the northwest. The first one was in the Trafford Centre. We now have one in Manchester Roundel and now Liverpool. Literally my makeup heaven. And when we got it in the Trafford Centre, the first thing I actually picked up was this powder, and it is the Easy Bake Loose Powder. This is the new packaging. Also, what was everyone going on about this new packaging? I actually don't mind it, but this powder, oh my god, I've never tried anything like this. I don't care that it's like 30 odd pounds. I will continue to buy this for as long as I live. It doesn't give me flashback. It doesn't make my base feel heavy. It doesn't make me look cakey either. And if there's one thing you should try from Huda Beauty, it's definitely the powder. I have the shade Pound Cake. Now, this is kind of like your typical translucent shade. It's like a really light yellow powder. I don't like any type of powders that kind of change the colour of my base, and this doesn't do that. Literally the best loose powder I've ever tried, and I really want to try the new pressed powder. I know she brought it out a few years ago. No one really liked it because it was quite shimmery, but I've seen quite a few reviews on the pressed version, and I don't know whether to get Pound Cake. I'm not too sure because it looks kind of brightening as well, so please let me know if you're similar shade to me. Should I get Pound Cake in the pressed powder or go darker? But if there's anything that you should try from this video, it definitely is Huda Beauty's Easy Bake Loose Powder. Powder bronzer now. Again, I didn't have many favourites in powder bronzer. I love powder bronzer because it obviously does warm up your skin, but there just wasn't many that I really liked. The only one that I kind of reached towards, I'm not gonna lie, this powder bronzer I always use, and it is the Be Perfect Fahrenheit powder bronzer in the shade Flare. This is literally my go-to. I really love the shade. I've been using this for so many years. So yeah, I could have included that, but I didn't really want to. I'd only say that the NARS Laguna powder bronzer I've been loving last year. I did get this in 2024 during the Black Friday sale, but I'd go as far as say this is like, as well as Be Perfect, this is what I'm reaching for the most. The reason why I love the shade, so I got shade 6 and I can use this when I'm not tan and when I'm tan, so that is why I love it. The Be Perfect one I can only use when I'm not tanned. NARS I can use both. I love how pigmented it is as well, and I feel like sometimes I've got it in quite heavy to the point where I have like a bronze helmet, so definitely build it up. I just want to venture more into NARS because I've got their powder bronzer, I've got their concealers, so I've got the natural radiant concealer, I've got the soft matte concealer, I've got their foundation as well, and that is about it. So I definitely want to pick up some more products from there. But yeah, this bronzer I really do enjoy, and yeah, just the shade in particular. Powder blush now, I actually struggle with this because I love powder blush. I have quite a lot and I couldn't really decide, and this one actually come out quite recently and is the Huda Beauty Blush Filter Palette. Look at that packaging. I've never seen anything like it. She's also never done a powder blush before, so it was really exciting to try, and I have the baby pink version. How stunning is this? I'm not sure what it's called, but there's more like a peachy undertone as well, and I definitely want to try that one. You get 3 matte blushes and then you get one kind of like a blush highlight as well. Oh my god, check out any videos where I've used this because it gives the most insane like pink glow to your cheek. Just love, love, love. Okay, so that is the entire base store. We now need to set everything in place, and these 2 setting sprays changed the game for me and how my makeup just looks afterwards. So the first one is by Fenty Beauty, and this is the You Miss Makeup Extending Setting Spray. This, wow. Okay, so if you tried One Size Beauty setting spray, that gives hairspray. Like, one, how it feels like texture wise once you've sprayed it, and the smell. This is kind of similar, but it's not obviously in an aerosol. I mean, it's not like a proper like aerosol spray can. Be careful when you are spraying it as well, because the first time I tried it, my hair was down and it felt a bit crispy. But the way this just sets my makeup in place, like I don't find that my makeup comes off throughout the day unless like I've got a cold like now and I'm like blowing my nose, wiping my nose, whatever, like that. It only comes off in that area here. But yeah, if you feel like your makeup isn't lasting, try this and oh my god, like it literally it locks everything in place. And the second setting spray, which I absolutely love, is the Door Beauty Super Fix Spritzer. This has similar ingredients to the primer, so both go hand in hand beautifully together, but this does set your base in place beautifully. But if you're someone who, like me, has to powder a lot and you feel like you look overly powdery, this will do you no wrong. This will literally bring the glow back. So even if you want a matte base, this just gives such a gorgeous glow to your skin. Sets your makeup, but just gives you like, it's kind of like a glow from within. That is how I see it. Melts all your powders in together, and just the way this looks, I haven't even used a setting spray today, but like this is how my skin looks. It's been on for a while, but this is how my makeup looks if you use this. I do actually use both, so I'll go in with the Fenty one first just to lock everything in and make sure everything is going to stay put. Go in with this again to set my base, but just bring that gorgeous glow back, and oh, it's just yummy. Genuinely have no idea how long this video is, so if you've got this far, thank you so much. If you have got this far, leave the lipstick emoji in the comments and say what your favourite makeup product was of last year. We have 3 sections left, so we have eyes, lips, and then there's like a random one as well, but we're on to eyes. And if you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, you will know I love my colourful eyeshadows. Apparently 2026 is the new 2016 and colourful glam is all of a sudden coming back. I have literally been doing it for so long. Why is it coming back now? I know makeup trends come and go, but I've loved my colourful glams since I can remember. Love that colourful glam is coming back, but yeah, if you're an OG, you know. But when it comes to eyeshadow, this independent brand, this small independent brand that I discovered on TikTok, oh my god. Like sometimes when you think of like small brands, you may think, oh, that the quality of their products may not be that good. but wow. So this brand is called Cosmic Beauty. I have 5 of their eyeshadow palettes. They have many more. Kind of got gifted 4 of them, and 1 of them I've bought myself. And right, okay, I'm very picky when it comes to eyeshadows. They need to be pigmented, they need to be blendable as well. The colours need to be really nice. They need to have like a wide range of colours, shades, especially when it comes to mattes and especially shimmers as well. The quality of the shimmers, they can't be chalky. There needs to be, it needs to show up basically. And this brand is exactly that. So these are £20 palettes. Oh, there is so many different variations, different colour stories. These are the best eyeshadow palettes I've ever tried. So I'm going to show you the ones that I have. So the first one is Winter Wonderland. Also, just like the artwork as well, the designs is so cute. These are obviously going to be your more icy shades, so your pinks, your purples and your blues. In these palettes as well, there is shimmers and multi-chromes, and the multi-chromes, like this is a multi-chrome, but I don't think you're going to even see on camera. It's more kind of like your green, but when I look at it, it's got like a shift of purple. I'm going to swatch it and hopefully it will show on camera. See? Do you see what I mean? Oh my god, they are seriously the best multi-chromes. Yeah, you can see a lot more there. I will never get over the multi-chromes in these palettes. They're really smooth as well, because as I said, you don't want a chalky like shimmer multi-chrome, and these are just, oh, they just glide on perfectly. They're just the best. I seriously cannot rave about them enough. They need the love that they deserve. But the next one is called Muse. This one is definitely more kind of like your florally earthy tones. I love this palette. We have the Lovers, which did come out last year. This is different because it's more portrait, still the exact same size, but obviously they're all landscape. This is now portrait, and this artwork is stunning. And this is the colour story. I love that you have like your pinks, your purples, your greens, your blues, and then your neutral tones as well. I'd probably say this is my favourite palette out of all of them that I have. I definitely need to get my hands on some more for sure. The quality of these eyeshadows, so affordable, blends like butter. The multi-chromes and the shimmers are stunning. Just the best eyeshadows ever. I'm going to do the random section next because I'm going to leave lips to last because there is quite a few products. So yeah, this is the kind of random part. So on most of my looks, you can probably see I add my kind of like freckles beauty marks. Now I do have freckles beauty marks, but obviously me being a full coverage girly, it covers them up. Sometimes they slightly show through the foundation and all the other products, but I like to just go back and enhance them. And the product that I do that with is the Pink Honey Freckly Pen. Now this is the old packaging. I do have the new one here. That was upside down, apologies, but yeah, this is the new packaging from the new rebranding. I have the shades medium and dark. I can use either. I've got dark on today, it doesn't really matter, but especially when I'm tanned, I will go in with dark. Other than that, medium, I just like to chop and change, but yeah, this is the kind of newer packaging if it wants to focus. There we go. Yeah, so that is the new packaging, and the reason why I love this freckle pen is because of the applicator. It's so different to anything that I've ever seen before, and you can see the kind of like little nib at the end. It's literally the perfect like little applicator to apply them. I can just go beep, beep, beep. And then sometimes if I feel like if I've gone in too heavy, I will just press it with my finger and it just lightens it ever so slightly. But I just absolutely love it. You can add throw freckles in on like the centre of your nose. I just like to do my kind of like beauty marks instead. Such a precise applicator, and they don't look fake because obviously the different shades as well. I can't remember how many shades there are, but as I said, I use medium and dark. So if I want more of an intense kind of like freckle beauty mark, I'll use dark. But then if I want it more kind of like lighter and natural, I'll go in with medium. And this, to me, that product is like my kind of like finishing kind of like step. Just adds the perfect finishing touches. So once I've done my lips, I will go in with my freckly pen, add my beauty marks, and my makeup is done. I feel like I can't do my makeup now without doing this step. Okay, last step is lips. Now I feel like lips just bring your entire look together. I'm going to quickly go through these products because there is a lot. Okay, so the first brand is Dull Beauty. I think I've already said, but yeah, they've come back last year with their rebrand, released so many products actually in the space of a year, but their lip products are back. We firstly had the lip oils, then we have the lip liners, and now we finally have the lipstick. But first I'm just going to show you the lip liners. So yes, we have the lip liners are back. They kind of reformulated, so they're much more creamier and they glide on a lot more better. I loved the original ones, not gonna lie, like there's nothing that I could fault about them, but yes, obviously new branding on there and some new shades as well actually. Just so happy that the lip liners are back. Now onto the lip oils. To be honest with you, I feel like so many brands come out with lip oils last year and it got so repetitive, it got boring, but I've loved All Beauty since day one, and of course I will love these, and these are the only lip oils that I use. I want to show you the old packaging. So this is the oil over it lip oils that they used to have, and obviously with the rebrand that they just look so much better. And these are the new ones. I just left them in the kind of like little organizer that I have, and you can also attach them to your keys, but I just absolutely love them. So these are the peptide lip oils. They've definitely again got the skincare ingredients in there. They're going to make your lips plump and hydrated. I'm not going to go through all the shades because this will be an even longer video, but my two favourite ones are Dulberry, and I've been really loving my kind of like darker pink lip last year, especially like in the autumn winter, and I was consistently using Sugarberry. Oh my god, again, just look on my TikTok and look at my videos when I've been using this shade especially. Oh, I just love them. They have a slight colour to them as well, so that is why I loved them, because we had the lip liners and then they brought out the lip oils, and you don't even need a lipstick when you wear these. Gorgeous on top of a lip liner, gorgeous on their own, and yeah, that is why I love them. And lastly from Adore Beauty is their lipsticks. Yes, they're finally back. Oh my god, couldn't be any more happier. That was their last launch of 2025. And I'm so happy about that. I have all my original ones and then the rebranded ones as well. So I'll show you what the old packaging looks like versus the new. So this is the old packaging. It actually never used to have gold on it, but we'll just go with this one anyway. So this is the old packaging, and then they don't even do the shade anymore. This is like been discontinued for so long, I haven't even used it. But then it also had the heart detailing on the lipstick as well. Then this is the new and improved packaging, a lot more simpler. Adore Beauty has seriously grown up last year, and then this is how the lipstick looks. And the lid is magnetic, which again is just such a good idea. Similar to the lip liners, there is also new shades as well. So I think there is 8 OG shades and then there is 9 new ones. I got the OG shades because the new ones, they're more kind of like, there's more colour to them. I love my pink, brown, peachy nudes, more kind of like pink peachy nudes. That's why I got the original shades, but I'm just so happy they're back. They're so creamy. Like, I still love the old formula, but the new one, so much more creamier, and oh, yeah, we now have the best combos ever. And the last product of lips is these lip glosses from Pink Honey. Oh my god. I was going to say, I'd go as far as saying these are my favourite product they've ever done. So if you've heard of their lip glazes, the most beautiful pigmented lip glosses ever. I already have 4 original shades from them, and then obviously they have the rebranded packaging, so I'll show you the newer ones. So this is the old packaging, and then this is the new and improved packaging, just a lot more chic. Just showed you the wrong one. That is actually a glacé glaze. Oh my god. So this is the lip glazes. Pigmented lip gloss. It's quite thick as well. I really like a thick lip gloss. I feel like it lasts a lot longer as well. I'm not going to run through all the shades that I do have because I have done a TikTok on that, but yeah, I clearly love my pink nudes. I showed the applicator because I just love a chunky applicator when it comes to a lip gloss. Oh my god, I just love it. And then as I accidentally show you the glacé glazes, so this is their new formula. I will show you the difference with them both, but the glacé glazes are more of a sheerer lip gloss. I did in fact get 5 shades, so one I actually got through TikTok shop and then the rest I bought. I'm gonna say I prefer the glacé glazes. I don't know why, I just love the finish of them. I'm going to show you my favourite shade. So this is Baby Cakes, obviously baby pink. Obviously these, again, they're more pink, but they're more kind of like deeper in tone. But yeah, I'm going to show you the difference between the original lip glazes and the glacé glazes. So the top one is the original lip glaze, and then the bottom one is a glacé glaze. You can see there's a lot more colour and pigment to the lip glaze, and then the bottom one is a lot more sheer, so that is the glacé glaze. Just love the finish of them both. But yeah, glacé glazes are like my favourite. Catch me wearing these all the time. They're just beautiful. And that is my 2025 makeup favourites. There is a lot in this video. Again, apologies and thank you so much if you have made it to the end. But you know, I just wanted to go through each step and see what I've actually used quite a lot. I really do like to have my core favourites. I wonder what 2026 will bring with makeup. I can't wait to see actually. Let me know what your favourite products or product of 2025 was in the comments. And yeah, I'm so excited to see makeup of this year. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.